Okay, there's a couple of things I want to go ahead and just have you make note on. There's two different types of muds that we've talked about. It's the green box or the all-purpose or the +3. The reason why I use the all-purpose first is, as I've mentioned before, you put it on the seam where you're going to put your tape. So you put a bed of mud of green, you go ahead and put your tape on, and then you put one coat of all-purpose on top of it. That way you're done. And the reason being is there's more glue in this, and it seems like it sticks a little bit better and it holds better than the +3. Okay, now what we want to do is go ahead and on the +3, the reason why I do that is after you go ahead and put a top coat on top of the tape, you're going to find that wherever it is, it shrinks. And when it shrinks, you'll have a tendency to have an indentation or you can fill it. And so that's why you apply 2 coats of +3. And the nice thing about +3, it goes on real smooth and it's easy to sand. And if you're like me, I hate sanding. And so what we've got is, if we keep it to a smooth consistency of roughly 18 to 20 ounces of water, it keeps that mud so it's pliable and you're able to get it smoothed out without a hard edge. Now when I say a hard edge, let me go ahead and show to you what that looks like. It's what we call a hard edge. Okay, and what that does is to smooth that out and feather it, you've got to go ahead and sand that. And so this tells me that when I put this seam on, that my mud was starting to get a little bit too dry. I couldn't get a nice smooth finish, and so I've left a hard edge. And then with the mud on a good consistency, here's a smoother edge, and it takes just a little bit of sand. As a matter of fact, I can sand that off, and I've got rid of that edge. And so that's what having the mud at the right consistency can do for you, is that it will go ahead and eliminate the additional sand that you have to do. Okay, there's a couple of different techniques you can use to get the mud out of the box. What I do is I use the all-purpose, and I refer to it as the green box because it's got a green lid. And what I typically will do is go ahead, take the plastic, fold it over the edges, and dump it into the bucket. Sort of shake it, get it going a little bit, and then it'll pull itself into the box. Nice and clean. And then what I do to get it the peanut butter consistency, I start out with about 2 cups, roughly 20 ounces of water. If you have like a couple of drinking glasses, just fill those full of water. It seems like a lot of water. Just pour it in. And then what I do is I use a 4-section beater. Hooked on my electrical drill. And what it looks like it's pretty wet at first, but you want to go ahead and stir from the bottom up. And you start seeing it take shape, it starts looking like it's breaking apart. And that's a good sign. If you look here, you can see how it's sort of separated a little bit. It means it's starting to form and mix in the water with the mud. You move this drill around. See how it's starting to smooth out now? And remember, this is with about roughly 2 glasses, 20 ounces of water. Okay, that's good. Another test is, go ahead and run that up. It sort of hangs on to the bottom, so you're pretty consistent.